Hello and welcome. Gonna have to lurk. They got a big booth. Hello. And I'll see you in an hour. Oh, all right. 1 second. Sorry, I have been kind of on hiatus for streaming. Oh, I just realized my microphone was off here. Whoop. We'll take that away. All right. It looks like Coleman should be here in a few minutes. Um, let's pull up a little bit of Warsaken though. Oh, there's a raid. Thanks for the raid. Breakman's on a break. I'm your host, Frazzle, today. Um, a little bit. So we can talk a little bit about Warsaken to start off, because why not, right? Yeah, and I am gonna keep my bot off just so I can keep up with the chat today. I haven't slept in like 2 days, so might be a little bit much for me. But if you guys have ever wondered what Warsaken is about, it is a military TCG strategy game. It is already built. The first season is lovely. I went through all the cards in the first season. It's really well put together. I can't say much for the second season because I haven't really look through all the cards as much as I wanted to, but it's super easy to get into. All you need is a 65 card deck and a 65 card deck for Blitz. All you need to worry about is this arsenal ratio. Basically, you're going to need to have force to win. You send your force over to get a victory. Me personally, I like weather and WMDs with the force. Some people like to use intel or morale or buildings. But in a nutshell, you just need the 60 arsenal, 4 territories, and a leader. The leader gets compromised when there's no territories, no morale, or your deck's out of cards, and then you send a force match over in Blitz to take that victory home, which we'll be playing a live game here in a little bit, I believe. Let me just make sure there's no problems with him joining. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't cost a lot to get into. You could probably buy a deck for about $5 in wax. It is on wax, so Atomic Hub, Nifty, whatever you like, NFT Hive. It doesn't cost a ton. You can get those base cards. Me personally, I'd probably upgrade to a full art because they're just a little bit more for each card, maybe like a half a wax, and then you're there and you can do blends with them. You can do blends with regular base cards too, but there's so much to it. Oh, here we go. That Coleman might have to help me here. There we go. Welcome. Is everything working okay?
What is up?
I can hear you. How about the stream?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you able to join?
Testing, testing. Silent one can hear me. Can hear you. Can hear one of us.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, you just can't hear the booth. Have you ever been into NFTOPIA? Would you mind coming to the booth? And give you a link if you want.
I will jump right over there. Give me a couple minutes to jump in. I'm not in there yet.
Oh. Uh, sorry. I muted that. I'm sorry.
I'm not in. I will head over to the booth. I'm not there yet, but I will head there right now.
That's okay. You don't need a link or anything. You got it.
I've got it.
All right, perfect. You're just talking about Blitz for a second when you showed up. You got a grubfish up. I do have the bots offline because I don't want it to take away from the AMA. What's up, Dangus Custom? All these good people, bunch of Warsaken streamers in the house today.
Yeah, it's a good crowd from what I can see so far. I just jumped in. Rockstar is hanging out today.
Definitely. We got 81 people in the Twitch already, or 94. I don't know. One of them's lying to me. But yeah, I'm so hyped about getting physical cards soon ish. I've just been following Warsaken every day, honestly. I didn't think I'd become as addicted as I have been.
Yeah, I really excited about the physical game, getting that out to the world. I gotta click a link to log in here. Yeah, physical game is going to be awesome. It's going to be cool to be able to hang out with, play the game as it was designed, I guess is the best way to say it.
Right? Physical cards are coming soon. I know I pre-ordered it on a Kickstarter, and oh, it's going to be nice making some friends and forcing them to play card games with me.
Yeah, and then you can go online, play, try some different decks, try some different things, see what other people are doing, take it back to your tabletop and
Right.
play
And
different strategies there.
I think Blitz is the perfect way to get people just, using the cards and kind of seeing the same cards so they're used to them. And then later on, they can worry about what the cards do, like they don't have to worry about
Absolutely.
Blitz or stealth or anything like that. All that
Yeah.
matters is what type of card they are, whether it be a force or weather or WMD for Blitz, and those all do something different. I should have had what they all do. But I pretty much remember it. Weather lets you re-roll or get 3 extra actions.
Yep.
Morale is one of the ways you can compromise a leader. They do a certain amount of damage, which I should know off the top of my head.
They do
Intel, either
six
mills.
morale damage to the opponent. Yep.
Yep, 6. That's what it is. Intel, you can either mill 6 from the top of their library or their deck or out of their hand. Or, yeah, I think that's it. Buildings let
Bounce
you
3 cards from the table.
bounce 3 cards from the table. Thank you. And then building, that's going to let you bring 3 cards back to your hand or 6 cards back to your deck. And then WMD is going to take out 2 territories, but you can only play 1 instance of a WMD per game. And then force take out a territory or eliminate the leader, opposing leader. And I think that's it in a nutshell for Blitz.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more to it, but it's
Once
pretty
we build
easy.
a tutorial where you come in, you sit down, it walks you by the hand through a game. It'll be really easy to learn. Say now, roll the dice. Okay, now you just drew 6 cards. You get 6 actions, and then here's a match. Match these 3 cards, 3 force cards, and take out one. Choose a territory. Take out. I think it'd be really easy for people to see. 5 minutes or less, you'll have 90% of the game down, right?
Yeah, and like most projects anywhere in the Web3 universe, if anybody out there is interested, you can join their Discord with that link right there. And there's so many helpful people. It's just been an amazing community. Like there's always somebody awake and ready to help whoever's new, whether it be to wax completely or to the game or whatever. It's just It's been awesome to watch Warsaken grow, and I think it's going to grow a ton more in the next few years.
So glad to have you. You've been a great champion and really always a big supporter, streaming a lot, teaching a lot of people, bringing a lot of people in. And we've got some big things planned. And so you're just going to see it getting better and better. We've got a big build we'll be dropping in really soon, we're hoping. I know that word soon is sometimes not, people don't like to hear it, but I think we are getting close on getting the latest details up and out.
I apologize to everybody in the booth too. I did mute it because there's some loud music playing earlier, and I figured we could just take a time a little bit later for any questions. But for now, would you like to get into a battle? I don't think anybody will snipe this. Do you need the code? Would you be up for a quick blitz battle?
Heck yes, that sounds great.
All right.
I am. So anyone who's in NFTOPIA or looking for us, where do you go to find the Warsaken booth?
Oh, there should be a pop-up. Let me
Happening
pop that
now,
up.
AMA.
Yeah, and you should be able to just click that, and it will teleport you right to the big area, which looks like we have about 30 people in here. I'm not sure if these bigger areas can host more. I suppose I should unmute it to hear real quick. Turn that off. Yeah, these events are always cool. It's really cool to see what first NFTOPIA you guys have came to with a booth, anyways. Can you still hear me on StreamYard?
I can hear you.
Is this the first NFTOPIA Warsaken came to with the booth? I know a couple team members have been.
We did a couple of we did a couple of Digicons, but this is the first NFTOPIA we've set up a booth for.
Well, it looks really clean. I'm excited to see Warsaken here. Sorry, go ahead.
It's great to be here. I love getting involved with gatherings. People are excited about the space. People are looking for new things. A lot of names I recognize here in the booth are people that I already know. They've been around for a while, which is awesome. It's always cool to hang out with people that are excited about the same things, right?
Definitely. And I think we got a lovely group of people here. A lot of that have been around for a while. Sorry. Real life distractions.
So I'm talking in the StreamYard. I wonder if I should mute myself there and talk in the booth instead. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. We could do that. Oh, they might not be able to hear you. I don't got the sound.
Why he can't hear us?
I can hear you now, Breakman.
Oh, sweet.
I got you now.
Like though, right? Or are you at the booth?
I'm at the booth, yeah. So I think I'm hearing you at the booth.
I didn't think this out completely through. How do I get my sound?
We'll hear you because we're trying to mute the Twitch.
It's been a minute since I used StreamYard. I think I have to present.
Who's in here? You have to use one or the other. You have to mute either the Twitch or the space. If we can get Coleman to just broadcast his mic into both, the StreamYard and the booth, then here us in the booth, we can just listen to that then. Because it's confusing to try to do it from Twitch.
All right.
Yeah. That works. So you should be able to if you get your mic worked in there, they should be able to hear you in there too. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Just join in first.
Yeah, it's my microphone in the booth. It's my microphone in the booth that I can't get to turn on, and I don't know if there's a conflict with with Brave browser or what?
Oh, maybe, yeah. It has permissions. There might be like a sound is muted or something. Or I'm sure you'd figure that out. I'm so blind. Where are you? The ace. Oh, that might be you, huh? Hey. You also got a bunch of Warsaken to give away too. If you guys want to hit that exclamation play with your Wax Wallet ID, we'll do that at the very end. Yeah.
You want to give me some
So-
props from this bounty block? What you got?
Sorry, what was that?
I'm running a bounty block for the hour. You want to give some prizes for that?
Yeah, I can throw some prizes in bounty block.
Do you want to post it up in the Twitch? And thanks for that follow there, Warrior Lion Gaming. I've watched your YouTube. It is very excellent.
Yeah, I did. I'll post it again.
Okay. All right, perfect. And I'll pin that here to the top then. Everybody can join in that. That's a good way to help promote it too, because you'll do stuff like, well, we'll take a look at it real quick. One way to do this. It's pretty easy to connect. All you have to do is have a Wax Wallet ID, and then if you have like Twitter and stuff, and you'll be able to follow stuff like Warsaken and earn a point, and then all the points will go towards the end. Let me grab that code for you real quick and send it over in the private chat on StreamYard for the 1163A. We got a really awesome community here. Nobody's stealing the code. You've definitely seen it a few times. If you'd like to get into a blitz, and we can kind of just explain what's happening as we play a game, and then we still got a ton of time here, so we can do like whoever wins. I'm not sure how much time, if you got the whole hour here with me, but we can play like a King of the Hill type deal, like you're talking about. Just whoever wins is kind of the king, and then whoever grabs the first code and plays the winner has a chance to take the winning spot, and whoever has the winning spot at the very end, we'll do some kind of awesome prize for.
And sorry to the people who were in the booth waiting or hanging out. I had to leave and then re-enter to get my microphone working. When I jumped in to check it before, I was on a different browser, and now I'm using Brave so that I can do StreamYard in one and NFTOPIA on the other, and that's why it isn't working for me this time. But it should be going here in just seconds as soon as I get logged back in. So I will be back in the booth very soon.
Awesome.
Yeah. Are
Yeah,
you
if
and me
anybody
playing
is-
the first game then?
Yeah, that would work
Okay.
perfect. And let me throw this out. Still not used to StreamYard yet. In case anybody wants to look at the rules while we're playing it too, because it may just resonate better if you have all the rules right next to you while we're going through. I know a lot of you already know how to play, but it's really easy to get started. You've seen how I built that deck. It only takes a second if you have the cards. There's even an auto build feature now, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, we were
you can
really
also-
happy about that. If you've got enough cards in your deck, if someone sends you a card, or if you go online and buy a bundle that has all the cards you need, you just go and with one click, it'll build you a deck, which, yeah, really great feature that made onboarding and getting started a lot easier.
Yep, and I think it's a little bit better than the first iteration when it first built decks. I think it's going to get better too. with
Yeah.
time. I can only imagine. But yeah, you just answer a few questions once you have your 65 cards. It creates that deck like what, 10 seconds? It's done. You're ready to
Yeah,
go. You can check it.
Yep, pretty
It's
simple.
giving me territories that I'd want for Blitz. Forces don't really matter because they all kind of work the same. It gave me a decent layout and kind of gave me a little bit of everything. If you wanted a better deck, I'd probably take the morale out, unless you're trying to play a morale deck, just because it might work against you
That's
and add
that's
some
really
more
cool,
forces.
and that's
Yeah,
something that I every time I send out a deck to people, I include a couple of each type of card. But yeah, the morale, I think, is something that depending on what kind of deck you're making, you can do without a lot of times. Can anyone in the booth hear me now? I'm in the Warsaken booth at NFTOPIA. Can you guys hear me?
looks like we got your speech bubble going on.
And hopefully
I'm
it's
not
not
hearing it.
causing any echoes or weird problems with any of the StreamYard and Twitch streaming that we're doing as well. Frazzle and I are playing a game of Warsaken Blitz, which you can catch on Twitch. He's going to try to do a King of the Hill where someone will step up and play, and then as long as you keep winning, you can play. He's got some great prizes. So while we're playing, keep talking. Go ahead, but I'll keep talking about Warsaken while we're playing.
Right, this mulligan feature is new. I haven't really used it much, but it's nice in case you get something bad. There's a little bit of echo. It's on me. I'm just gonna. It is muted. Weird. Oh, I hear it through your. Okay.
It might be better. I turned mine down on one end, so it might be better now.
Yeah, I was hearing it through your headphones. It's okay though. If there wasn't a few technical difficulties, it wouldn't be my stream. So it's pretty easy to start. It automatically picks, but basically you're just rolling a 6-sided die, and whatever you roll, that's how many actions you get, how many cards you can lay down or bring back. And yeah, it's so intuitive. After you play like 2 or 3 games, you'll have it down and you'll be making your own strategies. Like I like to play weather first if I have any, just because it seems to be a good starting type of deal. But you never know. Like if I play my WMDs, he might have some intel. Intel can mill the board. It's a dangerous move, right?
It is. Yeah, putting anything on the board is a little bit risky because if they do have an intel match, they can knock some of those. So if you start to build a set and you're about to make a move, they can knock those right off of the board.
Yep. And like I said, once again, you either got to take out the 4 territories, have their deck completely milled, or lose their morale. You can either play the morale cards for -6 to their morale, or when you eliminate a territory, it also takes a bit of their morale. And that kind of works in standard too. They have the same kind of morale thing. The territories are kind of the same. You either got to eliminate the territories or the morale to get to the leader. So Blitz does have some parts of standard. That's my luck. It's the 3rd WMD.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how Blitz turned out because it does give you a taste of the game, but it's so much easier and you kept so true to everything. Like you do have 65 cards in your deck still. Force cards do something that in real life a force would do. You know, they take out a territory, they take out a leader. The morale cards knock down the morale. And then you have to, just like in the real game, the purpose, like in standard, the purpose of the game is to take out the leader, and you can't take out the leader until they're compromised. And you either do that by knocking out all the territories or taking the morale down to 0 or having them draw their deck down. So I'm trying to play while I'm talking here.
You're fine. I have the same problem multitasking.
So
it's definitely easy with you win a deck or you go out and you can join the Discord and ask questions that people will help you, and you can get into this for like $10 or less, in my opinion.
Yeah, pretty easily. And then you can, once you start learning, you're like, oh, I need a couple more WMDs. You can pick those up. You can buy a few packs, see what you get, and you can trade with people. There's always people willing to trade. A lot of times I see people come in, if it's small level trades, they'll just be like, oh yeah, just what do you need? And they'll just send over whatever it is the person needs. A lot of very generous people. All right, I finally got some moves I can do here. So the standard game is a 30-minute game. It's a strategy game, similar to what you'd find with other tabletop games like Magic and things like that. We wanted to do something that was a bit more that related to multi generations. So a father can play with a daughter, or you can play with your aunt or your mom if you want to. It's something that we think has a broad appeal. And was developed so that families can play with each other. All right, 5. That's a good roll.
Yeah, and with standard, well, I guess even with Blitz, you can play more than 2 players technically when you're playing a physical game. Anyways, right now it's just set up for Blitz. Standard's on the way, which I'm really hyped for. You can play it on Tabletopia if you want to just kind of check out standard a little bit, maybe find somebody to play with. There's usually a few people in the Discord that are looking to play standard. It is pre-built decks though, so you can't like make your own.
Speaking of that, we do have a standard tournament, so there's enough people that are dying to play the game that they're going and playing on Tabletopia, even though it's a bulky process. You have to know the rules. You can't build your own decks. We're going to be doing a tournament here, and we only have about 16 slots because it takes so much to run a standard tournament. But it's already filling up. It might have already been filled up, or we have enough interest anyway to pull off a full tournament. So we're really excited about that. For Blitz, anybody who doesn't know, we do have a couple of tournaments every week. Blue Mint is hosting $50 prizes for each tournament. There's free entry. You can just come in and jump in. We had a little bit of issues with with lagging at the very beginning, but I think we've gotten those all under control. So that was a really big plus for us to be able to try out some tournaments and get a lot of players playing at the same time. So it did to our system, make some tweaks. So just like with everything else, we're getting better at this every day. The Blitz is still in beta, and we're going to be putting out a build soon. That's going to make some big changes to it, and then just a bunch of new stuff coming right after that as well.
Yeah, Nashville Lou's in the chat. Shout out to him. You have a great voice for narrating some of these tournaments, man. And then the Warsaken hat, it's kind of an exclusive right now, but it is going to be coming to possibly Amazon in the future. I'm not 100% sure, but
yeah, we're hoping. We
so nice.
have a lot of merch. We just haven't gotten it up out for sale yet. So eventually you will be seeing that, hats and shirts, and we have some hoodies also. Wish they were available now. Andrew, I know you sent me a Discord message. I see you in the Twitch chat. I have not gotten it to it yet. I've been busy trying to get everything ready for NFTOPIA and rolling that out, but we'll be getting back to you soon on that.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at Blue Mint. But yeah, if you guys would like to get into Blue Mint, it's just bluemint.com, BLUMINT.com, and then you'd search for Warsaken. And as you can see, some of these are past tournaments, but there's a lot of them. There's 2 different times for a lot of them. Tons of prizes that they have going out. And it's pretty simple. You basically just join the Discord and show up at the right time in the Discord and you're in. I keep having problems in the tournaments, but hopefully none of you will have that same kind of deal.
They've been a good partner, and what they're trying to do is host dozens of different games across dozens of different blockchains. And so they've got a challenge of trying to incorporate all these. I think they've done a really good job. We're really happy with them, with Blue Mint. But I know it's an uphill battle trying to. Every game is different. But yeah, if you go to the site that he shared there, you can see what tournaments are coming up, what works for your time. We were doing 1 a week at first is what they wanted to do. And we said we'll kick in some extra prizes. And how about if we do 2 a week so that more people can get in and we can include people worldwide? We did a huge tournament with them not too long ago, and the winners, top like 8 winners, we had 4 different continents represented. So we were really happy with that, really proud of our international audience that we have.
Yeah, I was in the first Blue Mint tournament, and Moonvaz, my first match, and we had probably some of the best blitz games I've ever played. They're so close. I won the first one. The second one was down to 1 action. The third one was down to 1 action, and he took it away from me. But I've never had so much fun losing a game, honestly, because it's just whether it's standard or blitz, they can come really, really close. Like, as you see right here, we're down to 1 territory each. It'll probably come down to a territory game. I'm not seeing a lot of morale either way.
You're running away with it. It's fun when there's something on the line, isn't when there's a tournament. It's fun to sit down and play blitz, but when there's a tournament and you know you're moving on, whether the prizes are big or small, it's fun to sit down and play when there's something on the line. And then also another thought is the game, both standard and blitz, standard especially, and then when we built blitz, we wanted to have the same feel. We're designed so that it feels like it comes down to the last move. Like if I don't win this game, I know he's going to knock me out. Or you lose, but you're like, oh, I was so close. And that feeling of being so close is better than playing a game and you're like, well, that wasn't even close. That was dumb. I got wiped out. I didn't have a chance. So it was designed like that. And to hear people say that over and over again is really gratifying because we think it's so important that everybody that plays has fun. And I've had that problem a little bit when I've sat down to play new games, especially if they're very involved and take a lot to learn, or, you know, you can play with more expensive decks or sets and have an advantage. And you can sit down against someone with some of those, and it's just like, this isn't even fun because I got to spend $2,000 to even compete. But yeah, Warsaken Standard was designed so that everyone has a chance. It builds up and it builds up, it builds up. And then it's usually that 5th turn when the leader big abilities kick in that you need to make it count. Otherwise, you probably only have 1 more shot before you're out of the game.
Yeah, and I honestly think that's one of the best selling points of Warsaken, especially in the Web3 world, because you're right. A lot of these other games, you're going to have to spend a lot of money to be in that top tier, you know, for like just about anything. There's a few games that are cheaper that are a little competitive, and there still is a couple edges you can get. I'm just going to move away from here for a second. So obviously you need to buy your cards to play, right? Which, I mean, $10 you should be good. Maybe a little bit more to get the extra WMDs and your weather, whatever strategy you like. But there's an upgrading type deal you can do too. And Fireforged cards actually get 10 extra HP. This only matters for standard, obviously, so it's not an advantage in Blitz. But when you Fireforge upgrade, they get an extra 10 HP, and they're going to give you a ton more XP too for your loot claim, which is kind of like the loyalty rewards. It's all on Wax, so you can transfer it to Wax and get US dollars if that's what you're trying to do, or you can buy in to get loot. And there's so much coming for loot that I'm anxious. There's a market coming.
We have a lot coming. That was another. I might be frozen. I refreshed. I'm still getting spinning dice. It should be your turn though, because I ended my turn.
Yeah, okay. It is. Sorry. Right. I was about to bring up a point. So I played weather, and it could come down to this one last die. If I get a 4 or better, I got the game. Otherwise, he'll have another turn, and that could be it for me.
I think you should roll a 1 then. That's something else we did design, especially when we brought it to the digital, is we wanted something for everyone. If you're someone that just likes to collect cards and stack XP every day, then you definitely have that option, and you can, get the rare cards. If you just want to play, then you can get some really affordable cards. You can build a deck for way less than $10 if you know what you're doing, and you go out and you pick and choose. Especially if you start with a booster pack. You get 18 cards in a booster pack, and it's $5. So a really good, really good bargain there. And so if you know what you're doing, you can build a deck really cheap. So if you just want to play, you can get the cards you need. And there is a slight advantage, like you said, you can get a little bit of extra health if you are using some upgraded cards. But for the most part, a common base card is just as powerful in the game as a blood foil, which is our most rare card that we have. So we wanted to make it so that you get in and you play. Obviously, you do need to, get some packs or buy some cards, but you don't have to buy the most expensive cards. You don't have to buy gold and thermal ash to be super competitive. But if you have those, you can claim more loot and get more involved in the system. And we do have big plans for loot coming up. We will be introducing wheel spins soon, where you can spin a wheel. You can get exclusive NFTs that can't be found anywhere else. You'll be able to get gear in the game will be a big part of it too. So play decks, the card sleeves, the dice, music, all of those things will be available by wheel spins, and you'll be able to have some of those things that you can't get anywhere else. Obviously, since they are NFTs, you'll be able to buy them on the market, but there will be demand for some of the things you get in the game that other people want, so you can buy and sell and trade those as well, because it is all NFTs.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that haven't put a single cent into Warsaken, but they put time in. They go to the Warsaken streams and they've been watching, and they got their first deck from somebody from the community or parts from different members of the community. Like anybody that's really trying to get into it and play, they pretty much have, which is really cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of streamers are streaming almost pretty much every day. People are streaming Warsaken. Our mods do 5 events every week in our Discord, and you can win prizes there. So yeah, you win a handful of booster packs. You win 5 booster packs over time. And what is that? 90 cards you've got to start, and you only need 65 for a deck. So you trade from there. So yeah, you aren't required to go out and drop a bunch of money to get started.
Yeah, like Ziana, what are these variations called? Exclusive or something?
Oh yeah, the unique ones.
Unique. Yeah, so like these unique ones are given away for free at the very start, and I think they're like $5 now or something like that.
Yeah, I love those ones. I'm tempted to pick up a handful more just because they are so unique, and they're going to be so hard to find over time. I think they'll be a great collector's item. And we did that when our Discord, this one in particular was the one that we modeled after Instagram. And when we had a certain number of followers on Instagram, then we released these for everyone to grab for free, whoever had the fastest fingers. And not everyone got one, which is unfortunate, but everyone had a chance and knew it was coming. You could see the numbers approaching. And we do like to, for the people who are involved in our Discord, we have ranks. You can rank up based on the size of your collection. You can bump up. We have everything from first wave is like the first promotion, all the way up to decadent and tyrant for people that have like these museum worthy collections, and then a bunch of things in between for people that are involved. Part of that is built based on your collection, but part of it is just based on how active you are in the community, how much you're helping other people and things like that. And our mods keep an eye on that and try and recognize people who are doing good things.
And it's so active in there. It's not dead like my Discord. No. Yeah, I don't even want to eliminate Ziana. I actually just gave the same exact unique away earlier today to a friend. I gave him his first deck. It was all full arts, and then I gave him a couple flashy cards like a Ziana.
That is awesome.
If you're going to give somebody a flashy card, you might as well give them a leader.
Yeah, you might as well.
That's right there. They'll be able to show it off the whole game.
Pull the trigger, go ahead and do it.
Well, it's better than a territory in my opinion, because it's the very last card to get eliminated, right? Good game, by the way.
Yeah, good game. That was fun.
Las Vegas coming in with that subscription. Thank you, sir. It's a close one. I think if you had another turn, I probably would have been done for. You got weather set up, one of the forces ready, and they just come out like that. I'm going to throw out another code. Anybody in chat can grab it. I'll throw it in the Twitch chat too once it loads.
All right, everybody who's in the booth in NFTOPIA, I will give a booster pack to the first 2 people who put their wax wallets in the chat.
Ooh, first 2 wax wallets in the chat.
2. We got Uksu And Alcy too. I'm send out.
Yeah, no, the Discord is so nice. People help people that aren't even like interested in Warsaken. It's weird. Like some people will come in because they're intrigued by wax and maybe not necessarily Warsaken, and I don't know, just little things like that. And most communities would like, oh, you're not interested in this, what we got going on. Why should we help you? But the community is just awesome. There's giveaways at least once a week.
You go into some communities in Discord and you start talking about something. They're like, hey, keep that talk out of here. We're only here to talk about our very cool NFTs. You can't talk about anything else.
Right.
We're pretty proud of our Discord. We built it to be family friendly. We built it so that everyone's comfortable. There's pretty limited Discord, I guess you could say, very limited fighting. There are arguments from time to time, but we try to build a place where people can come and feel comfortable, hang out with friends, and I think we've done a really good job of that. And all right, one prize is sent out. I'm gonna go ahead and send out one to the top 3. So Warrior Lion, I'll send you one too, since you were right there on the cusp.
Nice. See, you can see an example firsthand. And then we have a bunch of prizes going out if you want to have another chance to win. And then, of course, if you join their Discord, I think there's some giveaways going on in there right now too. I could be wrong, but there's a bunch of different tabs. So you'll be able to see. You pull it up real quick. You should be able to see a couple of them right off the bat, or you'll be able to see free stuff. And then once you're a little bit more active in the Discord, you start earning extra roles. You show up to events and stuff, and then they have different tiers of giveaways. So I can see, I think all of them. I might be missing one of the tiers, but there's like 4 different tiers for giveaways, all the way up to power members, and that's just one of the very many ways you can earn Warsaken cards completely for free.
Yeah.
They do a redemption code thing. So if you ever buy physical merchandise, you're going to get a redeem code, which could be a number of different things.
One of those out right now, actually. I'm going to start a giveaway in free stuff. It's going to last 10 minutes. And if you're in our Discord, but you can't see that, ping a mod and tell them that Coleman said for NFTOPIA, we're going to give everybody access, because you have to chat for a little bit to rank up. It's not that hard, but we just want to keep bots and people, because people were showing up and just entering the disc. We'd have 1,000 people entering these giveaways who had never said a word, and we had a big bot problem. So there's one way we did it where you have to level up a little bit. But if you're in NFTOPIA right now and you come in our Discord, which is discord.gg/Warsaken, you can enter this free stuff. I'm going to drop some loot, and I'm also going to start a giveaway for a murdered out code. Which is a really, really nice card. And it could be like Fraz was saying, anything from a 100 rarity all the way up to like a 10 or I'm not sure how high they go, to be honest. All right, 10 minutes. I'm going to start it here in just a minute.
It looks like I got a ton of boosters to give out too. So we're just going to go down the list and hand things out at the very end too. So real good chance to win something here. 18, 19 prizes. So let's do top 18 and then 30th place on that final giveaway. And I should probably play my turn. We only got 20 minutes left. Time flies. But yeah, if you win that murdered out code, there's a redemption page. And then when the merch goes live, there's a redemption page. And then if you bought like a Kickstarter, there's so much. I don't think an hour is enough to cover everything Warsaken. But
that's true. You know what? If you have questions, or if you want to get into more streams, if you go to warsaken.tv, you can always see who's streaming Warsaken on Twitch and get in on the latest. So even if you don't have a schedule or know what's up, anytime anyone uses that Warsaken tag, they pop up on warsaken.tv. So that's a good place to go to find out who's doing it.
Yep, that's the category we're under now. So you can actually just click on that category and follow it if you're interested in winning some NFTs. There's a streamer every day, really. I don't think there's a day that's gone by that there hasn't been a Warsaken streamer. I could be wrong, but it's every day. I'm on Twitch pretty actively because that's
Yeah.
how I started streaming, is watching other streamers and kind of
I've
frazzle
seen-
above
yeah,
trades.
there's time zones where it's more active than others, but I'm almost positive every single day we've got a stream or two going on.
And then there's 5 minutes left on the bounty block if you guys want to enter that. So there's like 5 different ways to win a Warsaken NFT here in this hour.
I added a booster pack to that bounty block as well, so we got that going on.
And variations. There's so many variations. Some of the best cards you can get are gonna be expensive. There's some really good cards in here. I sadly just had to sell my owner, but I mean, it helped me get into so many more projects at the time, and I'm gonna maybe pull another one in this next set.
Yeah,
So,
good luck. Hopefully you do. That's one really good thing about it. A lot of right now you can still claim loot. We don't have anything on the store you can buy loot with this next build and releasing set 2. We're going to have loot packs and also wheel spins, so you'll have options now. And we plan on just keeping growing that. But how many months did you claim loot with that tenant? You said owner card, right?
yeah, I actually pulled 2 tenants and I sold both of those for $500, and then I had to get rid of my owner really cheap. I mean, to me it was cheap, $2,500 cash, but it was to it's to a really good Warsaken person, so I know he's going to keep it for life.
That's awesome. Yeah,
And
and
if it doesn't,
while you had those, you claim loot every day, and it's a decent amount of loot, and so you have all of that, that you kind of made along the way, and then you still have this card that's really that has some value. A lot of collections I've seen. I've been in wax for a long time now, about 3 years. I think this month I hit 3 years on Atomic Hub, so I'm over 3 years now. But a lot of collections, you buy a card that's worth something and you can claim, but you just see the value going down and down and down, and it's going to go to zero. We know that because you can't buy anything with loot right now, we know the price is down a little bit, but we're doing everything we can for the long-term success of the game. And as soon as set 2 comes out and we have options, we think we're going to see that loot price recover. And so even if it's not the same you were claiming, you're still able to claim and have this card that's really sought after, really valuable. And so we're really proud that we've been able to do that. Obviously, we want to get the cards out sooner and keep things rolling smoother. But the fact that we are continuing to move forward, we are very, very close on the new build and on set 2 coming out, makes us really happy. We don't have official dates yet. We do have a party on the 1st. We're throwing a birthday party for Brandon in our Discord. There will be August 1st. Anyone who's been to a Warsaken party before knows that it's a good place to be. There's always tons of prizes, tons of opportunity to win some really good stuff.
Yeah, I'm addicted to standard, buddy. Like, I wish I had more time in the day to just jump in the Discord and play. Life.
Yeah.
So we're about wrapped up with this AMA. Thank you very much for the demo and everything. Right down there in the chat, you see the next map piece drop. It's happening in 2 minutes. It's going to be from Novo Pangea. So we're going to go ahead and check that out. Last chance to get into the bounty blog. You got 1 minute. And great overview of Warsaken. Thanks for coming on, Coleman.
Thanks, Breakman.
Game, very active card game, very awesome community. Like they said, their streamers have all the time streaming Warsaken. Lots of ways to win stuff for free, and there's even a tabletop game. Did you mention that at all?
Yeah. We went over NFTOPIA, and the physical card game is going through Kickstarter. It actually is it over completely, or can you still get into the Kickstarter right now?
The Kickstarter's over, but we do have boxes that we produce more than what the Kickstarter sold, so we will be able to sell. It'll be United States only at first, unless someone puts together a package, has like 10 boxes in a certain country they want to order. But once the product is in, we will open it up for sales. They won't be at the Kickstarter price, but it's still, you get 1,000 cards that are all foil and everything you need to play for a decent price. So yeah, watch for that coming in a few months.
Plus, it comes with an online exclusive too.
Yeah, some exclusive,
hyped about.
exclusive NFTs. Thanks so much for hosting, Breakman. Just let me know where to send the booster for the prize for the bounty block.
Send it to break.fx. Break.fx.
Copy that. I'll send it out right now.
I'll finish this out, and we'll run that last grubfish and raid over back to Breakman here in the next 10 minutes or so. That's what we got here. And yeah, like I said, there's just so much to it. You really just have to, if anybody has any questions in the chat, now's a really good time to ask in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, I
Always
think
is
Break
easier.
has some instructions on where to raid after this.
Raiding the Arid Hall. Are you following him there online?
Who are we raiding?
Arid Hall. ARIDHOL.
1 second. Let me pull that up real quick.
Mods for castles and farmer bets, and he's his own project, his own game he's launching with Starship VR. Cool. So, but yeah, we'll be here for another 4 minutes here. Any last questions for Coleman about Warsaken? Go ahead and throw them in. The map piece drop is dropped. It's actually, the link is right there in the schedule as well. You can get that there too. I'm putting it right here in the chat too. All right. And for the bounty block, first of all, I didn't even announce last time. That went just right over my head. I pulled it, but I didn't announce it. So, congratulations for the Dynamic Node Builders bounty block winner, HCGWU.WAM. You got a common pin. Then for this Warsaken one.
Boom, boom, boom.
Exactly.
Last chance.
We got 4PSF2.WAM with the pin. Congrats. And then the booster pack, MC5WO.WAM. Congratulations. You can run a grubfish if you want to.
Yeah, now would be the perfect time. Yeah, like there's just not enough to cover. An hour is just not enough. It's that massive. Like standard alone could have you looking through this game for hours at end. I know it had me looking through all the cards. How many cards are in set one?
244 cards is the base set. 244. And then with the digital, we have 24 extra cards that are G-Force and Infinite Leaders.
Yeah, and then there's a ton of variations like we were talking about earlier. Like I'm not even going to count them all, but just tons of variations for them that you can get. Boosters go all the way up to Smoke Noir.
Yeah, I can't wait until we have collections where, you know, if you have one of every card or if you have every common or every uncommon set, you know, and giving out some rewards for those. Because that's what I like doing is filling collections and checking out those boxes. So eventually we'll have things like that down the road.
Definitely. And yeah, I suppose we should get into that grubfish. Good game, Gabex. You could come back. I'm going to send you a prize either way from my own collection. But good game. Sorry we didn't get to more King of the Hill type things. I should be streaming Warsaken later this week.
That's right. Everybody go and follow online if you haven't yet.
Later in the week today. Get back on that. All right, let's do it. I didn't see too many questions in here. I feel like most of you all know the whole deal about Warsaken. All 86 of you, one last Discord shout out. Even if you're not interested, just join it. Like you're obviously into Web3 if you're here. It's definitely worth a minute or two to browse. And maybe even try to get that free win here. All right.
And there are a couple of airdrops. I'm going to unmute myself. We do have a couple of airdrops and giveaways in the free stuff channel. And yeah, thanks to everyone who joined the stage here and listened to us. Join the Discord, find those giveaways, ask around if you can't find them. And if you have any other questions, make sure to ask anyone you see there.
Ooh, those should be gone. All right, 54 people. Hey, so the cat made it. I was wondering if you're catnapping. Do one last shout out real quick. And then Soul has just been streaming 4, 5, 6 times a week. He's probably the most active streamer right now. So make sure to give her a follow if you haven't. All right, let's run this. top 18 and then 30th place. So no need to explode or any of that. We'll try to keep it very streamlined here. This just makes it easier for me to give out prizes because I have a nice wax integration where I can click and the prize is out.
I didn't enter this one, so everyone has a better shot at winning because I'm not in this, unfortunately.
Same.
I like the
I always
fries.
feel weird.
Frazzle fries, right? Those are fries that are going across the screen there.
Yeah, I was going to use the Warsaken logo, and then I realized I don't have hash for it. I didn't want to pin it anywhere because, yeah, I'm not sure how safe that is, but
yeah, I was going back and forth trying to keep an eye on that, doing some things on the giveaway, and also try and be in the NFTOPIA stage and also in here. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to jump in and enter this one, but
hey, it takes a little bit to get used to streaming and doing what everything's going on. And I learned a lot and had a lot of support from Warsaken to kind of start the streaming career off. It's not really a career yet, but I definitely have fun, and I've got a lot of assets from Warsaken and a lot of knowledge from various community members. I don't think I'd be where I am right now.
and we have a winner.
So the cat.
Awesome.
You're coming out with a black camo.
Black camo, very nice.
These are like the original giveaway things when Warsaken first started and had their NFTs minted. These were like the original giveaway things. You can see that they're worth quite a bit too.
We were dropping 50 of those a day back in the day. But the ones we still have, the ones we're still using, are not just rank 4, but they're infinite or GeForce rank 4, and so they're above and beyond. They're
take a quick look at that top 18. You're all going to come out with something down the line.
Asking you a question on the stage. I'm not sure.
Oh, hello. You can barely hear you there, OG.
Okay. And now? Better now?
A little bit better. Hey,
The owner of the online.
What's up?
The owner of the online, right?
Yeah, Frazzle's from the online end.
Yep.
Oh,
I just want to. I couldn't catch that, but feel free to DM me either on Twitch or in the Discord. Here's all the links to the end real quick. You need to get a hold of me. So we got our prizes. Hey, Brickman, would you mind putting that stream that I'm supposed to raid into in the chat just so I don't raid the wrong place? And we'll raid over there and head over in the Endverse. Thank you for your time, Coleman. I don't think I've ever had you on, or maybe it was like one time, really early days, but
yeah, it was awesome. I don't know if I've been on with video, but yeah, I've seen your stream a bunch, so it's awesome to sit down, play a game with you. Good match there. I would have rather won, but we went to the end, so I had a fun time. But yeah, thanks for hosting. Thanks to the huge crowd. We've had a big crowd today. Appreciate all of you being here.
Yeah, this is a great crowd. Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming. Yeah, and that's awesome. If you haven't been on Frazzle's show yet, then on camera, that's awesome to see it here on NFTOPIA. And great past hour. You did better than I would because I don't play Warsaken, so I'm glad Frazzle did that. And I don't play because of time only. I don't play any games. But thanks to Frazzle for taking that one over. That was great to see a game. Our next place is in the same hall. We're going to Starship Beyond. Want to walk over. Arid Hall is right here. I think I saw him somewhere. So he's going to be live streaming. He is live streaming. So that's where we'll be raiding to.
You said Farad Hall with an F?
Arid Hall. ARID.
Okay.
It's also in the.
Okay, thank you.
Right schedule.
Is it in the chat? All right, let me follow him real quick, and then we'll walk over there.
Yeah, so, and if anybody has more questions or anything for Warsaken, you know where to go. Go to their Discord, hit them up, start playing. All right, let's go ahead and watch.
Followers? That can't be right. Where did you throw the name at there, Breakman? I'm sorry.
Here, I'm gonna put it here. Yeah. And the Starship Beyond.
All right. Well, we can go over there. Oh, perfect. I see it. And then we'll raid over here. But yeah, even if you're just interested in streaming, they have a nice little setup. Let's raid over there. And thanks everybody for coming in, the follows, the views. You guys are awesome. Until the next stream.
Adios, Legion.
Start that raid, and I'll have those prizes out here in just a minute. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I think I'm doing an AMA with Crypto Monkeys. But I'll be around for the whole NFTOPIA. This is an event that I don't like to miss, and I've been missing the first two, I guess, kind of. Anyways, peace, love, and Warsaken Greece.
Adios.
All right, and then we can walk over here. Thanks for coming in there. Well, thanks for winging it with me, man.
Yeah, we got it figured out. It worked great once we got it rolling. So I'm going to step out as well and enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to try to pop in later on, but I've got to jump out and got some plans with the family this morning.
I feel it, man. Have a good night.
Catch you later. See ya.